grapevines. There is evidence showing their cultivation going back as far as 8,000 years. And today, California is home to some of the finest vineyards in the world. Welcome. Good wine and good food. Members of the California Farm Bureau Federation produce both in abundance, and since 1943, we've done it in partnership with State Fund. Vineyards present many unique hazards, and your safety while working is a prime concern to us. Please watch this safety video and think about how the principles shown here apply to your own work in the vineyard. You may learn something new that can save you, a coworker, or family member from injury.
De los tractores, si no le ponen el freno, se va y pues puede causar algún accidente para las personas.
My favorite part is the harvest time, you know, that's the best.
Me gusta piscar, me gusta como ver la gente cuando anda piscando, es muy bonito.
La seguridad para el más importante en el trabajo es mirar antes de todo, antes de subirse a un tractor, chequear primero todo el equipo si está bien.
Year after year, back injuries, sprains, and strains lead all types of non-fatal vineyard injuries. Cuts and punctures are next in line, accounting for a large percentage of all non-fatal injuries. Vineyards are full of opportunities for slips, trips, and falls. These are possibly the most easily preventable accidents. And when it comes to deaths from injuries in the vineyard, motor vehicle accidents are by far the biggest cause. One careless moment while using farm vehicles can cost you for a lifetime, or your life itself. Preventing accidents doesn't happen by accident. It takes planning, training, and a commitment to safety. Every employee, from old hands to the newly hired, needs to learn how to avoid injuries. This program is for you and for those who depend on you. Safety begins before you start your day. Arrive rested and ready for work. This means getting 8 hours of sleep so you can start your job fresh every day.
But if you do have to lift it,
Attending safety meetings is important. It's an opportunity to learn safe practices and to communicate with your supervisor. Safety meetings, also known as tailgate meetings, are essential to maintaining a high level of safety awareness. Be sure to show up and to participate. This training, along with training for new employees, new equipment, and refresher training, is only one aspect of your company's injury and illness prevention program. Find out who is responsible for your company's safety program. He or she will have a written copy which details all of the safety programs and procedures. Follow your employer's safety rules and report any hazards you see to your supervisor. This commitment to safety is very important and benefits everyone at your workplace. The first line of personal protection is your clothing. What you wear to work can keep you from getting injured, such as a long-sleeved shirt. And sunscreen can help protect your skin from the sun's ultraviolet rays. Dress in layers that you can peel off as the day goes from cool morning to warm afternoon. Shoes or boots that support your weight comfortably and provide a sturdy sole are important. Eye protection is recommended for many vineyard jobs. Check with your supervisor if you think you may need eye protection. A good pair of work gloves can save your hands from many small cuts and scratches. In noisy environments or when using loud equipment, be sure to wear hearing protection. If you need any of this protective equipment, be sure to check with your foreman or supervisor. Drugs and alcohol have no place at work. This includes any prescription drug that may make you a danger to others by impairing decision-making, slowing perception, or reducing your ability to function. If you have any questions about a prescription drug's side effects, a doctor should be consulted. Fraudulent reporting of workplace accidents or injuries is a serious felony crime, punishable with large fines and up to 5 years in jail. Fraud harms everyone and will not be tolerated. Reduced or have an employee stationed to take the bin and place it correctly. Talk with your supervisor about arranging the jobs in ways that will be safer and more efficient. Work smarter and not harder. When harvesting grapes by hand, your knife or clippers are your primary tools. Always check to make sure the blade is firmly attached to the handle and that it's sharp. The condition of these tools has a lot to do with reducing injuries. For example, a dull blade is a hazard because you have to exert extra force in order to make the cuts you want. Once you complete that cut, the extra force causes the blade to travel in an uncontrolled way. This is a common way people get cut. Also, be aware that the extra force needed to make cuts with a dull blade creates extra pressure on your skin, muscles, and tendons. This pressure adds up over time and repetition and can lead to hand injury. In contrast, working with a well-maintained blade makes your job easier and safer because you don't have to force sharp clippers and knives. Be sure you always know where your hands are while cutting grapes and cut away from your body and hands. A well-honed edge on shovels, hoes, and other edge tools makes the job easier and safer for many of the same reasons. When you notice that a tool needs maintenance, bring it to your supervisor's attention or just sharpen it yourself.